It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the Jesup City Commissioners are set to meet this evening at City Hall at 7 p.m. for their regular scheduled meeting. Under old business, several topics. They'll get a pool update from David Bohannon. Also, a discussion of bathroom partition purchase for the pool. Discussion on the East Jesup Sewer Project with City Engineer Bill Schuman and Thompson Hutton. City Engineer Bill Schuman on hand for the Amtrak Station ADA improvement discussion. Also on hand for the Georgia DOT lighting agreement. Several board appointments still on the agenda under interim city manager Nick Ellis under old business. Public participation on the agenda under new business, awarding the bid for the 2024 Lemig Road resurfacing contract. City engineer Bill Schuman on hand for that. Jim Poindexter on hand for discussion of flag care for City of Jesup property. Several alcohol licenses on the agenda. Also rezoning of property 350 West Bay Street from C2 to PR. Discussion of City Hall air conditioning unit. Building Inspector Don Heron on hand for that. Discussion of Commissioner meeting electronic voting equipment. Commissioner McCullough has that on the agenda. Executive session for personnel and legal. Items with the city manager, items with the commissioners, items with the mayor, all that's set for tonight at City Hall at 7 p.m. In other news, a second protest has been organized by women who state they are rape victims in Wayne County and have been patiently waiting for the local district attorney, Keith Higgins, to act. Several months ago, he requested the GBI investigation be conducted, and that investigation has been completed for over a month, but still no action or information on what the GBI investigation revealed. 11 alleged victims state they talked with investigators, but those alleged victims state the DA refused to accept phone calls or answer emails from those women. Women state they're excited about the recent legislation passed by state legislatures and signed by Governor Brian Kemp to form an oversight committee to oversee prosecutors in the state who failed to uphold the law. Here was the governor announcing that legislation and signing the legislation this past week.
I'll gladly sign SB 332 into law, finishing an important process that we started last year with SB 92. This legislation will help us ensure rogue or incompetent prosecutors are held accountable if they refuse to uphold the law. As we know all too well, crime has been on the rise across the country, and it's especially prevalent in cities where prosecutors are giving criminals a free pass or failing to put them behind bars due to lack of professional conduct. When out-of-touch prosecutors put politics over public safety, the community suffers and people and property are put at risk. Today we are renewing our commitment that we won't forfeit public safety for prosecutors who let criminals off the hook. Georgians deserve better, and they deserve to feel safe in their own communities. So again, I want to thank Senator Robertson, President Pro Tem Kennedy, Leaders Gooch and Afstration, and Representative Gullett and Gaines for their work on this legislation and seeing it through the finish line. And with that, I'll ask all you guys to come up and join us, and we'll get this bill signed and take a picture or two. So congratulations.
Yeah, once again, those were the comments of the governor last week signing that legislation into law. The women who have organized this protest in front of the district attorney's office have written to Governor Kemp asking him to attend the protest, which is scheduled for March the 27th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. This will be a topic on Monday's Bitch and Bob show, as several who are organizing the protest will be on the show. Once again, the protest set for March 27th from 11 to 3 in front of the district attorney's office in Jesup. WIFO-FM has been following the story about the GBI investigation, and we've not received any information about the investigation. Only comment is that they will not comment on an ongoing investigation. Local DA has been attempting to discredit the lead investigator in the case, Brad Kickletter. The sheriff, Chuck Mosley, appeared on the Bitch and Bob show last week and stated that he has met with the local DA, and the DA has yet to show any evidence that the lead investigator did anything wrong. We will continue to follow the story as it develops. The women we talked to simply want their day in court, but without the case being taken to a grand jury for an indictment. No such luck for these women. The high-profile case against defendant John Yonkowski has had 3 bond hearings, 2 in which bond was denied by Superior Court judges in the circuit on the request of the DA office, which presented the state evidence to the judge asking that the bond be denied, which it was twice without a grand jury indictment. A 3rd bond hearing was held, and bond had to be granted under Georgia law, and the defendant has been free on bond with stipulations in place imposed by the Superior Court judge. Since the 3rd bond hearing, again, the GBI investigation was requested and conducted, but still no word on the outcome of that investigation to this date. There is a contested DA's race with the incumbent Keith Higgins and opponent John B. Johnson. Both men qualified as Republicans on the Republican ballot. This race will be decided by the voters on May 21st of this year. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. This is an election year in Wayne County, and the general primary nonpartisan election will be held on Tuesday, May 21st. To check your registration status, change your name or address, or find your polling place, you should visit the My Voter page at mvp.sos.ga.gov. If you're not registered to vote, you can complete the online voter registration form with a valid Georgia driver's license, or you can download and complete the voter registration form and return it to the registrar's office. Advanced voting is going to begin on Monday, April 29th and go through Friday, May 17th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And this time, the early voting will take place at the new election and registration building at 306 East Pine Street. There will be 2 mandatory Saturday voting days on May 4th and May 11th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the registrar's office at 912-427-5950. The school board race in Wayne County is a nonpartisan race, so that race for District 5 between incumbent Tina Mosley and challenger Tommy Witherspoon will be decided in May. The county commission race is a contested partisan race. Randy Franks qualified on the Republican ticket. Princess Dow qualified on the Democratic ticket, so that race will be decided in November, as both candidates will win the primary in May. Both are unopposed on their party ticket. Also to be decided in November, the race for state representative between incumbent Buddy DeLoach, who qualified to run on the Republican ticket. He has an opponent, Rebecca Moore, qualified to run as a Democrat. All 3 sheriff candidates are on the Republican ballot. Incumbent Sheriff Chuck Mosley, Donnie Ray, and Toby Cameron are running on the Republican ballot. So unless there's a runoff, again, this race will be decided on May 21st. Once again, advanced voting Monday, April 29th, and runs up until May 17th. Again, reminder, advanced voting is going to take place at the new election and registration building that the county recently built. It's located at 306 East Pine Street in Jesup. Again, if you have any questions about early voting or to register to vote, call the registrar's office at 912-427-5950. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes in the news: everyone's invited this Saturday to the annual WIFO WLP Unity Church of God Easter Fun Day. It'll begin at 11 a.m. on the grounds of Unity Church of God, located at 1580 Sunset Boulevard. There'll be free food, inflatables, egg hunts with great prizes, games, a train ride, and a lot more. Again, come join the fun for the entire family. Again, it's all taking place this Saturday, March 23rd at Unity Church of God on Sunset Boulevard. Again, it's been an ongoing tradition for many, many years, and that tradition continues this Saturday. WIFO, WLP, and Unity Church of God combined to provide the community with an Easter Fun Day. Again, everyone's invited. Don't miss it. Come on out and enjoy the Easter celebration. Again, it all begins Saturday at 11 a.m., again, on the grounds of Unity Church of God at 1580 Sunset Boulevard. The legislative session is winding down, and the Chamber of Commerce has scheduled their post-legislative luncheon. Again, they'll have guest speakers, State Senator Blake Tillery, State Representatives Buddy DeLoach, and Stephen Meeks on hand Tuesday, April 23rd from 11 to 1 at Coastal Pines Technical College. For tickets and for more information, simply contact the Chamber of Commerce, number 912-427-2028. Begin the date Tuesday, April 23rd at Coastal Pines Technical College. Again, the time from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Chamber's post-legislative luncheon. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.